The physical image of Cuba is like going back into the 50s. The cars are old, the buildings are old, the styles are as if it was in 56, 57, 58 when the revolution was taking. They have definitely made some attempts to modernize, but without the support that the rest of the world uses. Definitely they're kind of stuck in a time warp, kind of always 15 years behind everybody else.
Probably Cuba's greatest resource is its people. Incredible energy and ingenuity and determination for survival of its people under extremely arduous conditions.
For Cubans today, both on and off the island, a profound sense of exile and alienation persists. The Cubans on the island live in internal exile, having been severed not only from their relatives, but from a great part of the rest of the world for over 40 years. These states are heightened by the nearness of Cuba to its largest exile community. A thunderstorm that erupts over Miami 1 hour coasts over Havana the next. The temperature of the sea is the same. So is the aroma of the star jasmine and the mango trees when they're in season. A sensual conspiracy fuels a virulent nostalgia, and the Cuban propensity for exaggeration ensures that it never dies.
Basically, communism believes that the workers, the proletariat, need to rise up and overthrow the bourgeoisie, the capitalist or business class, and that revolution has to occur violently. Once that is successfully accomplished, communism believes that there will be a short period of dictatorship where a leader is chosen to distribute the wealth, but in the end, the need for a government in its entirety will disappear, and everyone will own goods in common. Each will have everything that they need, and that was their kind of utopian vision. And that communist ideal has not come to pass. Even in countries that have had communist revolutions, they never seem to get past the dictatorship of the proletariat that was supposed to be rather transitionary.
El gobierno para el mundo siempre dice de que Cuba está bien, que les da comida, todo eso es mentira. Porque es imposible que con lo que un trabajador gana en este país pueda sobrevivir. Es imposible. No entiendo cómo es que todos los cubanos, ¿no? O sea, si el gobierno tuviera la razón de que Cuba está bien, ¿por qué todos los cubanos quieren irse de Cuba? Todos se lanzan a la mar, no les importa los tiburones, si se mueren no les interesa, todos quieren dejar Cuba, porque día tras día es imposible vivir aquí, muy imposible.
First-hand aid is the result of a few people's first visits into Cuba. We bring the supplies personally through, nothing is ever sent, carry it through the borders, actually come into Havana or to the other cities and distribute it hand to hand. Most of our efforts are divided among 3 groups. One is a pediatric oncology cancer ward in the cancer hospital here, which we help provide medicine and a little technical support, mostly medicine, some just fun things for children to do while they're in the hospital, whether it be coloring books or crayons or any kind of supplies like that. The second group is a clinic, much like a pharmacy clinic, where we bring medicine in. People use it who are diagnosed with something from their Cuban physician and they need help and their pharmacy does not have that medicine. They go to a clinic to get that medicine, hoping they have it. And then the third is just various families that have been recommended to us by either the church or the hospital who actually are in trouble, whether it be financially or health-wise. They're probably the worst case scenarios that we have contact with. And we provide monthly financial support for them so that their children can get the food that they need to get them healthier, or people in the household can have somewhat of an existence.
The word, the Marcos and other, for us is very important. For us it's very, very important, and very important for the baby, because the baby receives that the baby needs for pass the treatment with less complication.
All the patients in here have cancer, so one has been in 40 days, 45 days, and she's been in 5 days, right? ¿Y cómo se llama? Claudia, sí, cómo no, lo siento. When you walk in their hospitals, it's much like you've walked into our hospitals in the early 60s, probably. The physical look of that building, the look of, multiple children, 20 or 30 children in a ward at one time. So that kind of stuff, they just are behind on us because of their lack of ability financially to get what they need.
People here know when they come, it looks like the sun is already rising in the horizon. It's tremendous. The need is very big. You see, this barrio, as we call it, it's not a very wealthy place. It's people that live here are working class people, but they have big families. It's not just the parents and the children, it's the grandparents, the children, nephews. It can be a big, huge family in every house. They struggle a lot to get what they need every day.
We actually consider a lot of the Cubans, very close friends of ours, and the people who travel with us take great pride in the fact that we can do that. We actually find that that's actually a secondary function or purpose here, is actually fellowship with the people, being able to carry the medicine into their homes and talk to them and find out what they're thinking and what's happening, and kind of break some of the stereotypes that they may have been taught about Americans through the years under the regime of Fidel Castro.
Todos los días, cuando uno se acuesta a dormir, no puede descansar en paz, porque se acuesta pensando qué será del otro día, qué será de lo que sucederá al otro día. Tú no sabes si tienes comida para comer. Entonces, el cubano, para poder sobrevivir, tiene que inventar mucho.
I think almost every country has a national verb, and I think in Cuba it's the verb resolver, to resolve. And they do it no matter what, and they say that for all kinds of odd things. We'll resolve this or we'll resolve that. And they do, in one way or another. It's sort of extraordinary that despite the embargo, despite its isolation, despite privations of every kind, these people are survivors. And that's also the big heartbreak of it all, that so much of this energy and talent also goes to waste. And that for me is the big heartbreak of Cuba.
That's actually the #1 question that we get asked. What do you think will happen when? Or do you think the regime will fall? Or is there a foreseeable change in embargoes on Cuba? It's a question that I really can't answer, and I don't really know if anybody can answer it totally. This regime has been in power 40-some years, and it's going to take a lot to change what's in this country right now. We've seen it in the Eastern European blocs and with Russia and things like that. Everything is possible.
The immediate response, I think, is joy, because a lot of their hopes are then free to be expressed. But that's quickly followed by disillusionment, as those hopes are somewhat too high. We saw this in Eastern Europe, as people thought that their lives were going to dramatically improve overnight. And when that didn't happen, and I think as they realized how poor they really were, and how far they would have to go, and how little they understood of how to get there, I think there was tremendous disillusionment. And I think that will be experienced in Cuba.
We can't come in and change a whole country, but we can change a few people's lives and make their lives better and make their children's lives better and allow them a little better quality of life.
I guess it can help us, the Americans and the Cubans, to come together and try to help each other in the ways that we can, and the way that people in the States know that they can help us with so little. I mean, it doesn't take a lot. It's very important for us, for this organization to come in and help us. And we'll never forget that help.